Islanders Cruise Line loyalty programs is always one of the most debated and discussed topics across the cruise industry, with several cruise lines having revamped their loyalty program over the last several years. One major cruise line that has not revamped their program yet, but it's in the works, this Carnival Cruise Line, will share with you a reminder of how we know that they are working on their loyalty program. But there are issues with the program. We have seen 2 times in the last week where Carnival Cruise Line shared with guests, its most loyal guests, that we will not be able to provide. Some of the perks, some of the special, most important perks that you look forward to, we will not be able to provide them for you on an upcoming cruise. We will share that with you today. Plus, did cruise lines make a mistake? We saw cruise lines scrap a record number of ships from 2020 to 2022. And now, of course, we see record demand, and cruise ships don't have enough berths to fulfill the demand that is out there. We'll talk about the mistake that may have been made with scrapping cruise ships during the COVID period. And also today, a record to be proud of. One Caribbean port, one country, one island has welcomed a record number of visitors. We have a lot to discuss on the show today. We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. A big happy Monday to all you Islanders. We hope that you had a great weekend and your week is off to a great start. We are on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together. We had so much fun with a lot of you last night. We had our live show last night, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. We enjoyed some company. We enjoyed playing trivia together, questions and answers. Be sure that you are subscribed to this channel. You ring the bell to receive notifications so that you can see our daily show like this. But when we go live, you can also tune in if you're not doing anything and have some fun with a great community. We're going to talk about the latest in cruise news. There's a lot going on today, a lot going on in the cruise loyalty world, right? We all love perks. We love programs on land and at sea. We enjoy being rewarded for doing business with the same company over and over. We enjoy sometimes those points that we get from restaurants, and after a certain amount of time, we can get a free drink or a free meal, something like that. We enjoy, too, being rewarded for loyalty cruising. We enjoy getting on board early, getting off the ship early, a special line at guest services, maybe treats that are delivered to your cabin, and perks and free drinks and things like that. We enjoy those things, and cruise lines know that. Cruise lines know that the loyalty program helps bring customers back to the same cruise line over and over and over. And cruise lines, a lot of them have changed their loyalty program, enhanced their loyalty program over the last several years. As I mentioned in the intro, Carnival Cruise Line has not done that yet. They're in the works. I will share with you. Many of you ask weekly, how do you know that Carnival is working on their VIFP program? I'll share it here in just a minute, but let's get to the cruise news first. Carnival has informed passengers on 2 different sailings, Platinum and Diamond guests, that some of their perks will not be available. They've been revoked on 2 separate sailings. This is for the Carnival Venezia leaving on the 29th of this month. This is for the Carnival Freedom that's headed to, of course, the Transatlantic, left on the 21st of this month. Carnival informed both sets of passengers, Platinum and Diamond guests, that they're not going to receive one of the best perks that you can receive as part of that loyalty status, priority embarkation and debarkation. Guests were made aware via email that they are not going to receive those 2 benefits, and for some of us, this is nothing new. Carnival has started to do this over and over on these specialty Carnival Journeys cruises. We've seen this. We saw it personally on the Carnival Venezia and the Transatlantic, the first sailing of the Carnival Venezia. These loyalty perks were not made available to us. And there's a couple of reasons for this. And Carnival will admit that the sizes of these groups, Platinum and Diamond, are continuing to grow. And it's tough to give priority embarkation and debarkation to groups of passengers when the groups are growing. How can you give priority when there's 2,000, 2,500 passengers in these groups? Now, there's a couple things they could do, I think, to keep these perks set for some passengers. I think that it's very sensible. This is speaking as a Platinum passenger. Take this benefit, this perk away from Platinum passengers first. Tell us, we can't accommodate you, but don't take these perks away from your Diamond cruisers. The Diamond level for Carnival, if you don't know, is the highest level that is currently available. The people that have sailed with Carnival, spent the most money with Carnival, years over years. Don't take this away from them. Tell Platinum cruisers, I'm sorry, you're not getting on board first. We're taking care of our diamond guests. That's one thing that they could do. The second thing they can do is they can change their VIFP loyalty program, and that's exactly what they're looking at. People have questions about this week after week. There's no timetable for this, but let me remind you what brand ambassador John Hild said earlier this year. The whole loyalty program is being looked at by very smart people, and while I have zero news to share on what will or will not happen, I know that the program needs a massive refresh so we can do a better job in thanking people for their loyalty and keeping that loyalty alive. That is from John Hild. We don't have the timetable. We don't know what's going to happen, but they're looking at this program to see what needs to be done. Do we need to have a new level that's in between platinum and diamond? That gap is huge. Do we need to have a new level that's put above diamond because we're starting to see that diamond class grow by so much? This is walking on eggshells here because people realize that changes need to take place, but when changes are announced, some people will be upset. Those who are diamond and platinum, they'll be upset because they'll say, I had to go through the old structure and rise through the old structure to get to where I need to be at, but changes need to take place. What changes would you like to see as part of this new redesigned VIFP program? Let us know your thoughts. Maybe you've sailed on other cruise lines. You know what other cruise lines offer and what they do for their passengers. Let us know in the comment section below. Royal Caribbean International has done a fantastic job at their loyalty program, their Crown and Anchor program. It includes free drinks when you get to a certain level status, and it's not very high up. It's the high gold, platinum status of what Carnival Cruise Line has. You get 5 free drinks a day. And that helps a lot of people not even buy the drink package, the cheers package on Carnival. But let us know what you would like to see in the comment section below. And what could Carnival do currently to make sure that some guests, especially diamond guests, still receive those perks that they should receive? Let's talk about this mistake that may have been made from 2020 to 2022. All of us remember, of course, the COVID days, right? No cruising, cruise lines, canceling cruises month after month. We sat there and wondered, when can we cruise again? Well, what will cruising look like? Thank goodness now we're on the other side of that. But we remember as cruise lines racked up the debt. They still have the debt today, and it influences what cruising looks like today. But one thing that cruise lines did across the industry, across the world, was scrap old cruise ships. We saw a record from 2020 to 2023 of cruise ships being scrapped. In 2019, when cruising was popular, when it was hot, the demand was there before COVID-19 showed itself in our world in 2020. One cruise ship was scrapped. That was it. And then from 2020 to 2022, 38 cruise ships were scrapped. 6 of those ships belonging to Carnival Corporation. In 2022, we had a record year. 2022, we had 18 cruise ships leave service and be scrapped. 18 cruise ships. That's unbelievable. Can anybody guess how many cruise ships we've seen scrapped in 2023? 0. 0 cruise ships have been scrapped in 2023, and it makes sense, right? The demand is so high right now. Cruise lines are saying, no way. I don't care if the cruise ship is 25, 35, 40 years old. The demand is high. People are willing to cruise on smaller ships, less efficient ships, larger ships. They want to cruise, and cruise lines are not scrapping any ships right now. Now, let me point out as well, I realize that the ships that were scrapped from 2020 to 2022 were older ships, although they were younger than the average age, around 39 years compared to 45, 47 years of what we saw before COVID. And a lot of these ships were not efficient ships. They were older ships, of course, that required a lot of maintenance, maybe a lot of investment, maybe fuel and things like that. They weren't efficient. I realize that. But cruise lines now may wish we didn't get rid of the ships. I wish we had the ships. Some of those ships that were scrapped could have still remained in service. They were okay to remain in service. And cruise lines, of course, would have them to book right now. Rates are higher than ever. Demand is higher than ever. Onboard spending is higher than ever. And I just wonder if cruise lines think, you know what, I wish we would have kept a couple of those ships. But you can't see into the future. You can't predict the future. You can't predict that by 2023, cruising would have surpassed the demand and the pricing than 2019. Share your thoughts below. Do you think cruise lines maybe should have thought twice before scrapping so many ships from 2020 to 2022? Let us know. And let us know if you cruised on a ship that is now scrapped and no longer selling anymore. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. We're also going to share this, a record to be proud of, because the demand is so high. We've mentioned that today and other days. Caribbean islands and places around the world are seeing record number of visitors. The Dominican Republic is is an island with several ports that we're highlighting on the show today. There's several stops that cruise lines can make in the Dominican Republic, with some of them being more developed than others. They have seen already 7 million visitors this year. They're on pace to see 10 million visitors by the end of the year. Almost 20% of those visitors come via cruise ship. And all cruise lines, most cruise lines anyway, that sail from the United States visit ports in the Dominican Republic, including Carnival Cruise Line, MSC, Celebrity, Virgin Voyages, Royal Caribbean International, Norwegian Cruise Line, Princess Cruises, Holland America, Costa. The list goes on and on. One reason why the Dominican Republic is so popular for cruise lines is that it is close in proximity to the United States. Just over 700 miles from Miami and other ports that are there in Florida. It makes it close. You're not burning much fuel, whatever the type of fuel you're burning, not burning much going to the Dominican Republic. It's also become a passenger favorite. Some ports of call in the Dominican Republic are better than others. I'll be the first to say that. But we enjoy the Dominican Republic, the beautiful beaches. They have some awesome resorts that you can buy day passes at. Resort for a Day is a website that sells passes, but there are many others. You can contact a lot of the resorts directly yourself and visit literally 4-star, 5-star resort for the day. That is one of our favorite activities. But we're excited for the Dominican Republic and all of those Caribbean islands for having record years as, again, the demand is so high. Have you visited the Dominican Republic? What's your favorite thing to do? Your favorite port of call, whether it's La Romana or Ember Cove or others? Let us know in the comment section below. Islanders, that is the cruise news for today. We hope that you enjoyed the show. If so, give us a thumbs up. Let me remind you of this. A lot of you guys, you enjoy our daily show, you enjoy our live shows, but you also need help with booking and managing your cruises. I want to remind you that Amanda and I can help you do that for absolutely zero cost to you. If you're looking to book a cruise, if you need help researching, if you have questions, if you want to find great deals, if you need help with where to park, where to leave my car, what hotel to purchase, what's close to the port, what excursions to do. Amanda and I have cruised over 25 times. We would love to help you. Shoot us an email, travel@bookislandtime.com. And if you just recently booked your cruise within the last 30 days, some cruise lines, the last 90 days, they will let you move your reservation to Island Time Travel. Let us manage. Let us check your price. We check it once per week for you. We look for upgrades for you. Just let us know if you want help with your cruising. Some of you guys are professionals. You do it on your own, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want some help at no cost to you, let us know. We can't wait to see your comments in the comment section below. Of course, we'll see you on our Facebook page and tomorrow right here on Island Time.